Good evening. It is a glorious Thursday evening and I am just outside of Nottingham at a place called Holme Pierrepont Country Park, which is the home of the National Water Sports Centre. And tonight, for the third year in a row, I've come to run the Holme Pierrepont Running Club Grand Prix 10k race. This is a fast 10k course. We hope it's going to be a fast 10k. We have been to Holme Pierrepont to run many times. We've had good days here, very good days here, and we've had bad days here, very bad days here. And hopefully today is going to be one of the good days. So today we are planning to carry on our series of seeing how we perform against race predictions. So this is the first 10k that we're doing, where we're looking at race predictions and see how we do. So I've got a little bit of paper here to tell me what they are, and I'll tell you what I'm hoping to achieve today. So I'm recording this in a car park because Holme Pierrepont can be very windy, and I've already heard someone say, oh, as soon as you get to the race start you get your hat blown off and stuff. So it's quite calm here at the moment, so that's why I'm doing it here. If you haven't been following along, I made a video a month or so ago about race predictions from Strava, Garmin and RUNNA. We did one video at the Hackney Half where we tested those race predictions against the half marathon distance, and we did really well. We out in Club La Santa recently, we did a 5k race and we didn't do quite as well as we would have liked, and tonight we're doing our first 10k, so I'm going to tell you what the predictions are. Garmin thinks I can do this in 42 minutes 37 seconds. Strava thinks I can do a 44:24, and RUNNA thinks I can do a 43:40 based on my new half marathon PB that I set at the Hackney Half. So my personal best, which was set here at this race last year, is 43:17. So if I was to match that, I would beat both the Strava and the RUNNA predictions, but I would be slightly away from the Garmin prediction. So my plan today is to try and pace myself for the 42:37 and just see how far we can get and how long we can hold on, and hopefully that'll be until the end. So that will mean running at an average pace of around 4 minutes 15 per kilometre. My PB here was around 4 minutes 20 per kilometre, so we've got a little bit more pace to find. We are wearing our race shoes today, our Hoka Rocket X2s, so we are attired for going quick. We are going to get to the start. We've got a race number to get. This is our first of 2 races across 2 weeks. We're coming here again next week to run a 5k, so we've got to go and pick up our race number that we will keep for next week. Then we've just got to do some stretching and stuff before our 7:15 start. So come along with me for the ride. We are getting ready to start. Just met a guy called Steve, who is a fan of the channel, which is always nice to meet people who like what I'm doing. This is a no headphones race. I got told when I arrived. I thought bone conductors would be okay, but they are not. So we are running sans music, which is not something that we do very often. So we are a couple of minutes away from starting. So nerves are building. When you're going to go and give a big effort, the nerves build. So see you at the end.
There were about 350 runners taking part in this evening's 10k race. Temperatures were about 20 degrees C, so it was a fairly warm evening, even at 7:15. This race was chip timed, so I was fairly happy starting a few meters back to let the really quick runners get the best start, knowing that my time wouldn't start until I crossed the line. I was really happy with how I settled into the race, hitting kilometre 1 in 4 minutes and 9 seconds, followed up with a solid 4 minutes and 11 seconds for kilometre 2, putting me slightly ahead of my goal. As we come around the bend, this is the stretch of the course where you really hear the wind. In all honesty, it didn't have a detrimental effect on my pace, managing to stay ahead of that 4 minutes 15 per kilometre target pace as we headed out of the lake area of the course and onto the roads. Being completely honest, I had no real idea about how today was going to go. I haven't been in a disciplined training cycle since the Hackney Half, so it was honestly a bit of a surprise that the first half of today's race had been going so well.
5k, 20:53.
That 20:53 first 5k actually ranks as my 9th fastest ever 5k, and considering I've never gone sub 21 minutes until January 2023 across the 5k distance, I still never take those times for granted, and now I was doing it within a 10k race. Now it was just a small matter of trying to hold on to that kind of pace for another 5 kilometres.
Thank you.
After that much needed water at about 6.5 kilometres, I was ready to push on for the final 3k. It's about this time of a hard effort that my brain tries to take over and tell me that I can't do this. My new PBs this year in the 5k and the half marathon have definitely put me in a stronger mental headspace when the going gets really tough. I try to visualise the finish and crossing that line with a hopeful new PB. In my race vlog for the Hackney Half, I called that the most consistent and best executed race of my life, and up to this point, I would definitely say that today was matching that.
It's definitely yeah, okay.
And we are done. Very nearly forgot to record an outro to let you know how I've got on. So that is what I'm doing now. Today we were chasing race predictions from Garmin, Strava and RUNNA, as we have been doing for a bit of fun over the last couple of months or so, between serious training blocks. So just to remind you, Garmin today said we could run a 10k in 42 minutes 37 seconds. Strava said we could do 44 minutes and 24 seconds, and RUNNA said we could do 43:40. So we went out and paced ourselves on the watch for the Garmin prediction, which is the only one that would have been a new PB, which is what we wanted to aim for today. So we set out to do 42 minutes 37. So that was an average pace of around 4 minutes 15 per kilometre. And we did it. And I can say that I've never run a 42-minute 10k, because we did a 41:57 somehow. I'll bring up the official time. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm just going off my watch and what that said. But that's mind-blowing.
Away for 3 or 4 weeks.
These race predictions have been quite a lot of fun to do, but some of them feel a little bit of a stretch. Today, when I saw the Garmin one, which was the quickest one of the three, 42:37, I was like, I'll aim for that. That's going to be a stretch, because I haven't really done a lot of disciplined training for quite a while, to be honest. Kind of since we finished the Hackney Half, we've been running. We had quite a big week out in Lanzarote where we did a lot of running and a lot of other activities, so I think that has helped with my base level of fitness. But we've not done, outside of the 5k kind of Saturday night race that we did there, haven't really done anything at pace for a long time. So today was going to be a real challenge to run at that fast pace and keep it up. But we went out, we set our first kilometre of around 4:11. It felt good, and then every kilometre that ticked by kind of stayed around that 4:11 mark. I came at the 5k point in under 21 minutes, which even on any 5k day is a really good result. It's not that many years ago that I'd never even ran under 21 minutes. So to do that in a 10k race was massively pleasing. These race predictions are fun, so try have a look at them for yourself. And what I would say is I think a lot of it's about mindset. So sometimes I go into these things and I don't believe that I can do it. So the Hackney Half, I didn't believe I would get the time that I did at Hackney. I went out and ran hard, and I decided if I would have kind of fallen off the cliff, as they say, that day, then so be it. I would have learned a lesson, and it would have been a valuable lesson. And today was going to be the same. I was going to run hard until the wheels came off. Unfortunately, the wheels did not come off. So I'm enjoying challenging myself. I'm hoping that sets me up for success in the second half of the year. We are starting our marathon training block on next Monday. So we're doing 6 month training block as we are doing Amsterdam and Valencia. Amsterdam being our B race, Valencia being our A race, which is in December. So we'll be having some fun along the way. Fun along the way with some races. But yeah, back to the car now. I came to eat some dinner. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. See ya.